Hey everybody, my name is Patrick Colmy and I'm a chemistry teacher at Egan High School. Today I'm going to show you how to use the app Explain Everything to create a virtual online classroom for you and your students to use in the event of an e-learning situation. The first thing you want to do is have the app Explain Everything, and it looks like this. It's a little blue box. You can find it in the App Store. It is a free download for District 196 employees. After you've downloaded it and open it up, you're going to get this little area that has 4 options. And you want to create a new project. There's a couple ways to do this, but this is the one that I find the most useful. This would be the same button you'd push if you're just going to create a new video tutorial, or if you just want to create a new digital classroom like we're about to do. Now once you've created a new, you have options for a blank page or a template or even upload a file, but just go with the blank page for now. And we could talk about what to do with the other 2 later. But once you've got the blank page, in the upper right hand corner you'll see a series of these 3 buttons. And you want to create a virtual classroom space for you and your students. And so what you want to do is click on the button that says invite. Now by clicking on the button that says invite, you are basically going to change just basically an interactive whiteboard that you're looking at right now into an interactive classroom space. And so from there, this box will open up down here. And here's how your students are going to join your interactive class, by using this code. This code is how your students are going to join your space, but I'll talk about that on the next slide. The next thing that you'll see is down here, and I recommend that if you're going to do, at least to begin with, an interactive classroom, you want to change this setting where anyone can edit this to where only students can view. So you click on change and it opens up a new box, and this box will give you choices right here. If you click on this, it will either give you a choice to view, view and download, or edit. And it'll default to edit, so you want to choose view only. And then hit back to invite. Now you're ready to get your classroom to be shared in a virtual classroom environment. You hit start. Once you hit start, you're going to be able to then invite students into this space. And using Explain Everything, the students can use the microphones on their iPads in order to ask you questions remotely, and you can talk to them using your microphone likewise. Explain Everything is going to ask you if you want to join using your microphone on or mute your microphone and join. I would suggest that you join with your microphone on. And that's something that you can change later actually at the bottom of the screen. At the bottom of the screen you'll find an icon that looks like the record button with a microphone. And if this is white like it is right now, that means your microphone is on. But if it's blue with a cross in it, that means your microphone is off. This is a way to actually toggle your microphone on and off while using this interactive classroom situation. Now we're going to talk about how you can get your students to join your virtual classroom. Remember that code I told you about on the last page? Well, that code is really important because that is unique to this particular classroom that you just made. And you want your students to join this exact classroom. Well, you want to make sure that you send out that code either through a Schoology message or an email so that the students can join your virtual classroom. And if you forgot to write it down, it'll probably be located in the upper right hand corner of your screen over here. And also, as students join, you'll see their names listed down the right hand side. Of course, your name is going to be at the top because you are the person who created it, but anybody else is in the room at the time, you'll be able to identify them by their name. Have your students go to Explain Everything and click on the Join button, and that's where they're going to input that code that they'll be able to join your virtual classroom. Now, they're not going to create a new project because the project has already been created by you. So instruct them to hit this button, Join, and have them put in the code, and once they hit Go to the Classroom, they'll automatically be into your virtual classroom. At this point, you can talk to them, like I mentioned on the last page, with your microphone. They can talk to you. You can get multiple students. It might get a little hectic if 30 students are in a classroom and they're all talking at once. So I might maybe lay some ground rules about the virtual classroom, at least to start. Maybe make sure that they all have their microphones muted unless they're ready to ask a question. And what's nice on the right-hand side here is these students, as they're listed, you'll be able to see if their microphones are on or off. It'll say muted if the students have turned their microphones off. The other way to control the activity in this virtual classroom is by what I asked you to do before, which was to turn the ability to edit this page off. Because in a virtual classroom experience, the students are basically going to be able to draw and add things to this page that you have just created, this virtual classroom space. which is nice if you're going to be actually collaborating on one document. Say you put a practice problem out for 3 or 4 students to do, and they can all work on the problem at the same time. They can use the pointer feature to point at certain parts of the problem. They can use the highlighter feature to highlight certain parts of the problem, and they can discuss and collaborate that way. But if you're just going to be conducting maybe a class, talking about 20 minutes of a particular assignment or explaining something, or maybe even you're just doing an online answer key or something like that, what you can do is turn off their ability to edit. That way, all they can do is just listen to you. And that way, it controls a little bit of the chaos. Because if somebody wants to get on here and do something naughty, there's no stopping them. You don't have the ability for them to write naughty words on your interactive classroom. I'm going to give you a quick update on this virtual classroom. Just a few days ago, I met with a group of my students, and there was about 20 of us in the room, and it didn't go very well. They could hear me, but I couldn't hear them. I sent this message to Explain Everything, and they responded by saying that they don't recommend groups larger than 8 to be in the room at any given time. And so I recommend using this collaboration tool when you're working in your collegial teams, or if you're working with just a handful of students. But like they recommend, don't use it in groups larger than 8. In fact, they go even further to say, why don't you use something like Zoom or WebEx? And as I record this, the district has decided that Zoom is going to be the preferred way that we meet up in a virtual classroom environment. On a side note, I'd have to say that I've been working with Explain Everything for about 3 years now. Ever since I got my first iPad, this was the application that I chose to perform my video tutorials on. And anytime that I came up with a question or something wasn't working quite right, I reached out to Explain Everything, and I've been very pleased with the response that I've gotten from their team. Just a reminder, in order to do this, you need to click on the 3 dots in the upper right hand corner, and when you do that, the screen will look like this. And then you want to actually go to, I know you'd think it would go to Help Center, but actually go to About, hit About, and then click this and hit Send Your Feedback, and then you can send them an email and it'll go right to them. And then they respond in about 24 hours, and usually they solve your problem. And if they can't, they've worked with me, actually. I had some issues with recording and the audio in the past, and they've worked with me to help remediate the audio issues that I had. So Explain Everything's got great customer service. They do a really good job of getting back to you in a timely manner. So in summary, after trying out Explain Everything in a large group, it didn't work out so great. So don't work with it in groups larger than 8 people. Anyway, that takes care of this little video tutorial on how to create a virtual classroom using Explain Everything. Thanks for listening.